Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live for our first broadcast here of 2021. We want to welcome everybody to the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway. We are live here for the American Sim Racing Series, sponsored by Clocks by Christopher, Infinite Hero, as well as TampaSUVRentals.com. We appreciate everything that them fine people do. We're going to have some interviews coming up. We got a great night of racing here at Daytona. We got some dual races about to happen, followed by the season opener of the Daytona race here in the ASL. Most of you guys remember this league from last season. It's been good. One of the best things about it, last year we had the truck being ran where Brentley Glasser picked up the championship. This season we have made the switch from the trucks over to the cup side, and that's going to be fun. Very much looking forward to it. We're going to go ahead and actually grab one of our interviewees right now, if I can get what I'm doing. Make sure he's not out on the track. I would hate to pull him in while he is out there on track, but if he is, we'll just wait. He is out there on track, so we'll kind of wait until he's not in his heat race to talk to him, and that will be none other than David Kamara. We also got Todd Craig that we're going to speak to here as well. We can actually go ahead and see if we can pull him in. I think he's not out on track. There he is, but his car's kind of grayed out at the moment, but that's okay. We can go ahead and talk to Mr. Craig right now here on TRN and see what his thoughts are heading into this new season. Todd Craig, it's Adam Chapman, trackside. You got our coffee?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear.
Man, coming into the new season tonight, new ride, new car in general for the ASL series. First off, tell us about your thoughts heading on to tonight's race.
It's I haven't been super speedway racing lately, so I'm glad to get back out here and get some drafting in and work with the guys. Built last season and had some good finishes. Just got to get out here and settle in and try to stay out of trouble and work with the right guys. We've done some practice on the pit stops. So yeah, you know how it goes. It's a little different tonight with some heat races here, so interesting to get into that and see where we're going to start and take the green flag.
So somebody told me that you are now one of the sponsors of this series. Correct or no?
Oh yeah, kind of silent. It's just a silent sponsorship. Pat and the guys here at ASL, I've been friends with, and they need a little help getting things together, and so I just want to help out a little bit. That's about it. It's a good bunch of guys, great broadcast. So it's definitely something I like to support.
One thing I've never asked you, and I've known you now for a while, one thing I've never asked you before, of course, for people that don't know Todd, you raced in real life in a very famous series. You raced in the Grand National Series, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you, can you really relate to this from that type of standpoint? Does it help to have that knowledge in your background for something like this?
Oh, yeah, it sure does. I got a lot of years under my belt on the real track.
Right.
It helps with just the basic feeling and just putting the time in and know what it takes to be successful here. It's just awesome for me, especially being pretty retired. This is pretty much my go-to and keeps me on the track. So that's pretty awesome. So I really love it.
Definitely a little bit safer. I'm sure your family would agree with that one.
For sure.
Go out there and see. We know what you can do. I've seen you win so many of these races. It's ridiculous now. Go see if you can get the championship this season. Good luck, and we're going to be watching you tonight.
All right, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, have a good night.
You too, man. So there is Todd Craig. He's going to be rolling off in here soon with the qualifying. Of course, you don't see his car right now because he hasn't loaded into the actual car. But I am looking forward to that. I think one of the cool things with him having a real racing knowledge is his team. It really benefits them, I think, a lot. Part of the Relentless Motorsports. Him, David Kamara, Darren Clement, Jason Mullis, I believe he's done in there as well. So that's really cool. Patrick down there as well. But anyway, we're about to go qualifying. Now, we are going to have regular 2-lap qualifying. And this will set your inside and outside rows for the heat races. Keep in mind, odd numbers will be in heat race 1. Even numbers will be in heat race 2. So for guys that is wondering, there you go. From what I've been seeing, 33 drivers are in here. I'm only seeing 3 drivers getting eliminated. I don't know if that's true, though. I'm thinking all of them's going to make it. I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you. Yes, Todd, it actually should be some good racing tonight. Logan over on YouTube says hello. Good to see you, Logan. Thank you for tuning in. But I'm ready. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually very pumped up for some actual racing. Like, it's been a while since we've actually seen some cars out on track. For me, anyway. Had a 2.5-week break. Much needed break, I might add. So we got to do some stuff with family and stuff. So now the racing vibes starting to kick back in. Not only the night's race, we got some races coming up this week. We got a Wednesday night race. We got a Thursday night race, and then back here again on Sunday. But I love the breaks that I get, but I love the leads that we get to broadcast. It's one of the best things about it. Here's Brad Spindle, the number 56 Ford Mustang, out on the track. We're going to keep an eye with him, see what kind of lap time he does here in the Ford Mustang number 56. Coming to the start-finish line, he's going to drop to the low line. You're going to run that high line, of course, on your first lap. The second lap, you're going to try to hold that wheel as steady as possible, not to make any sudden movements with the wheel. You don't want to scrub off any speed. You want to try to hold it down to the bottom. He did okay going. Really, he's doing a great job in the center. The exit right there, you can see right on the bottom. He did look like he hesitated a little bit going in, but he kind of fixed it. We'll see. Looks like a pretty good lap, honestly. This actually may be his first lap, to be completely honest. He's actually running the low line on his first lap, which is kind of surprising. But we'll see how he does in P1 or lap 1 here in qualifying as he works out a turn number 4. Coming to the start-finish line, we'll hop over to another car here in just a few moments. Trying to get a look at some veterans here tonight and some non, of course, starting here. Waiting to see who else is out there right now. Here's Jeff Hollingsworth at Coast Guard number 97. Very nice looking paint. Of course, Jeff usually runs that blue looking yellow paint, but that's a really nice looking paint scheme. I like it. Of course, we got Derek Pemberton. He's making his debut here tonight. You guys may know Derek. Of course, with me all last season in the booth. He's going to be out of the booth this season. He's going to be running with these guys. We're going to be having him in here for one of the heat races as well that he's not in. And we'll see. Jeff Hollingsworth currently 17th on the board right now. Joshua Sharif on top of the board. Let's go to Kyle in the number 90 car. Jurassic. Ooh, I like the car. Coming out of turn 4. We'll see what that Ford Mustang does. I believe Kyle might be a newcomer to this league in general as well. As we come to the start-finish line, Kyle going to put down a 47.698. And that's going to be good enough for P number 5. That's good enough right now for that. We'll see. I think Derek Pemberton about to start his first lap here. You can see who's running that high line. So we'll check back with him here in just a moment. Mark Jenkins, one of the favorites in this series. Always one of the fan favorites. Him and Rob Jenkins as well. Marking at number 33, Chevrolet ZL1 Camaro. At the top of the board, how about that? Newcomer Michael, I'm not going to butcher your name until I learn how to say it. Steve Unich goes to second. Jason Mullis goes to third. Joshua back to fourth. And Adam Matz currently in P5. Charlie Woods at a 40 is up to P8 right now. That's another guy. I believe Josh Connors is another name that I'm not very familiar with. Levi Poland up in 9th. Mark Jenkins qualified 27th, his first lap, back to 28. Now we can jump over to Derek Pemberton and watch his lap going into turn 1. Maybe not the best entry, but not horrible. Blinking there just a little bit, but he'll be okay. As he works off turn number 2 this time. Down the straightaway at Daytona. And for people who want to see Derek's car, there you go. Raise energy on that car. That is Derek's one of his favorite cars to run. So he is running that here this week. I think he'll be in a different car next week, but see how he does as he works through turns P3 and 4. And of course, you're going to hear me speak a little bit about Derek this season. I know a lot more about him. I am familiar with some of these guys now, so that's going to help me this season a lot. Here comes Derek Pemberton, currently 31st on the board, looking to try to move up into the top 10, cross the start-finish line, and he does move up to P26th. But that is good enough for the main race. We'll have to wait and see. Ross Cadu goes to second. Jason Mullis stays fourth. Adam Mass does drop back to sixth, and that will end pole qualifying here from Daytona. Keep in mind, we got 2 heat races, no cautions in these heat races. And we will see who's in his first heat race, and it will be 17 cars. And with that said, we'll bring in my normal co-broadcaster in the car this season, strapped up to the Hans device and everything else that he can find. Going to hold on for dear life. Derek Pemberton going to be with me in the booth here. Derek, it's Adam. You got me.
Yeah.
Probably a little disappointed in that qualifying, I feel like.
You know what? My luck in qualifying for these plate tracks, I think I actually exceeded expectations, I think. I'm just, I've got a better chance throwing a dart, having about 6 beers down, blindfolded, hitting the bullseye than I do qualifying, anywhere decent in these plate racing.
For sure on that one. So the grid is starting to fill up here for the first heat race. Derek, you're new to this series. Now you did run the winter series, so I can kind of ask you this. Goal for tonight, can you watch in this heat race and maybe learn something about guys that might be a little erratic, guys that you may or may not want to work with? Or, is it still trying to make every friend that you can whenever you get out there?
But this heat race and not being in it, this is where you can kind of see how the cars handle in certain situations. I know me personally, I know us as TRN, we haven't, done the cup cars at a plate race. I think in probably months. So,
been a while, yeah.
So we have no idea how these cars handle in a package. I mean, we don't know if they've already gone to the new package that NASCAR is actually pushing out to kind of take away from the plate racing. So it'll kind of be good to kind of see, how is this pack, what kind of characteristics are we going to see out of this pack? Are we going to see kind of the old style, where we can go 3 wide, and actually hang on for dear life? I don't think we'll see that maybe in this heat race. We may see that whenever we get to the actual race. But in this heat race, I think everyone's just going to try to survive. But, some of these guys towards the back, kind of back where I'm even starting, we're definitely going to be trying to make a small push kind of near the start and then just try to, ride around, wait till the last few laps. At least that's how I think. Now, granted, these guys may have a completely different strategy, but I think, the best strategy you can have is, just kind of take it easy to kind of start off and then just kind of, slowly roll into it, as the laps start ticking away and kind of hopefully perchance maybe give yourself some good practice for what the end of the races is going to be like whenever we get to the main.
One of the things we get ready to set this heat race, remember, no caution laps here for this heat race to set the first row of the Daytona. We're going to call it a Daytona 60 laps. But one of the things, Derek, is pit stops. You've never done that with these guys. Now, you've been on iRacing now for a long time. It's kind of similar, I'm sure, with everywhere we go. I've done it. Are you worried about green flag pit stops? Because we know these guys can go green for a long time.
And as the green flag does display, I'm not even going to. I wasn't but I decided not to in the 80.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Actually, a good little drag race here going off into one little bit separation from the third row, getting up on the back of the 15 to 17. But when it comes to green flag, it's weird, touchy subjects, because everyone does something different. It's
right.
just like the actual racing. Everyone does something different when it comes to pitting. So, it's a matter of, who goes where, because, getting on, everyone kind of peels off at the same point. And then after that, there are hundreds and hundreds of possibilities of what you can do to get on the road. And some people that don't know how to do it, some people that haven't practiced it, they're going to be the ones that you see loop it and maybe take out 4 or 5 cars, that had, that got what they needed done. And, was able to get to pit road and to pit road speed.
What's going to interest me is this new aero package that's on each track. That they added that wall proximity, which is going to be with the cars as well. Side draft is going to be a big factor now. And you see it right there with the 27. Going to the outside, getting a good run down the straightaway. Of course, using that high line momentum going to be a factor here. So the high line is playing a little bit of a factor here. Not super surprised by that. But you're saying that you think 2 cars could actually be way faster than normal this year.
I don't know. I would hope not. Because here we go. Everyone saves it. We're 3, maybe even 4 wide. I think everyone figured it out for the most part. And actually, I think that may have happened up there near the front of this outside lane because something happened. I think the 15 may have got a small run on the outside and maybe up, and it is kind of sent everyone kind of rolling back here.
Yeah, Trevarthen had a moment. Yeah, Trevarthen had a moment really right there, and he actually may have even got a little bit of contact, but looks like he's going to be okay.
So now this is kind of what I kind of thought. This is what I expected here. As you can see, at least in the camera view that I had, everyone's trying to work to get to the bottom right now. That's probably going to happen as you were on lap 3 coming to lap 4 in a 15-lap race here. You know, as soon as I say that, it looks like the outside lane is starting to get reformed back up. You know, some of these guys may be pushing. They want to see, you know, what can it take, you know, to kind of get up to the front. As actually the 17 tried to get up and try to block the outside lane. As that actually caused 15 of
Josh Connors.
Yeah, Josh Connors. He kind of got shuffled out, and now that's going to bring up the 4 of Johnny, who, you know, last season, I mean, he was my pick to win the championship whenever we got to Phoenix. Yeah. And just had a bad running of things. He's now got to push this 27 car.
Yeah, that's one car I look for people to really try to follow this year. And that Johnny could have a big factor, but this is a whole different car. This is not your trucks. They drive completely different. Especially right now with this new aero package. So it's going to be interesting when we go to some of these other tracks to see, you know, how these cars perform, especially at other tracks, not your Daytona and, you know, Talladega top race.
And right now, I mean, look at that right there. I mean, from the inside to outside, that Ford car is all over the back of the 27, pushing them through the corner, which a lot of people don't necessarily like. But he definitely did it right there. Look at this. That 27 is definitely maybe almost cleared the 80. I think he may actually be clear. He is clear. And the 4 is almost clear.
Now, see, that's a smart thing right there, and I'm sure that's something you're looking at, is the 27 is not leaving his draft partner.
That is actually one way to piss someone. Well, I guess I shouldn't say pissed off, but that's one way to make somebody really mad.
Yeah, that they don't want to help you at all anymore.
I had a teammate do it to me, and no, it wasn't even you.
Joe.
It was in Actually, you did do it to me too.
Yeah, I've done it.
You've done it to me several times.
Yeah, I do it to everybody.
As look at and one thing I'm noticing right here is that the outside lane,
it's so real big. Yeah.
And it's like if they get a run, that's good. But if they cannot complete the pass, they gained a lot of. Oh, and Johnny looks like he got a little hot.
Yeah, I think he was getting hot.
He was pushing him for 2 solid laps. So, you know, that's kind of something, you know, to kind of maybe think about. That's
only 5 laps in, too.
Well, and he was pushing him really hard, too, as
Steve Eunice just blinked out.
Yeah, I think he's been having connection issues, along with Todd Guess as well, as right now Trevarthen and my pick Rob Jenkins. Them 2 are leading the charge on the outside lane. Steve Eunice finally reappears.
Come back,
But now, Trevarthen is on the back of the 10, trying to push the 10 up to the front. Try to see if maybe someone can, you know, maybe take the lead away from this.
How about Trevarthen, by the way? Remember, we've seen him with that off turn 4 of that one car, got put in the middle, and actually we thought had a little bit of damage. But I mean, look at him, not playing that big of a factor apparently.
No, it's not playing that big of a factor right now. Now maybe if he tries to get out and lead the pack, yeah, he's pushing really aggressively. Which I mean, we're kind of at the half. I just can't count. We're at the halfway point right now. So now, some of these guys that, you know, I think if we get to the when you look around about P15, some of those guys may get ready to try to make something crazy happen. I don't think they're going to do it quite yet, but this is where they're going to try to start making those moves, try to set themselves up. You know, don't be. Contact!
Boy, that is the wrong place to have contact.
As actually, it looked like Jenkins got his rear tires picked up off the ground, had to save it, and went down into the 80. So everyone saves it, and thankfully no one got run over from behind. But Rob Jenkins is almost cleared that 80, may be able to get it done. probably down the backstretch right here.
We're sitting here talking a lot about that outside and stuff like that, and how good the 80 being out front. But I got to give a shout out to the 47, the 17. Sorry, Joshua. He is all over the back, and he has not left the bumper of the 80.
Oh, here we go. This is there. Oh, that was almost it right there. I'm trying to see who that was.
Charlie was at a 40.
No, it was the 56.
56. That is Brad Spindle.
Brad Spindle there. He got a big push, and instead of going to the outside, which is I'm sure what Trevarthen was thinking, went to the middle. Trevarthen was not expecting it, and Trevarthen trying to make the turn into the corner. All of a sudden he had a car to his inside and saved it. But that's kind of one of those things that now you're going to remember that if that 56, if he's going to go to the inside instead of the outside if he's on the outside lane.
Yeah, that's one thing drivers do not forget. We've seen it multiple times. They just don't forget anything. Apparently got the mind of, remember. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and
Yep. And I think you have to do that, to be honest. If you're up there, I don't think
now you do, because now you're almost forcing that 56 to have to push the 31 when it looked like he didn't want to push him. So now the question is, what's the 80 going to do? This is the first time we've seen the 80 kind of behind someone, and he don't look like he's too happy sitting behind this 10. But this outside lane, neither lane right now looks very well formed, and that's something that I'm kind of surprised in. This outside lane, even though they keep on getting some good runs, it is definitely not formed together. As the 17 looks like he may have got a little bit of the back at the end, and they look like they got a little loose. We might be getting ready to wreck right here. The 17 moves up, makes small contact with the 56 out of 2.
I'm trying to see who that is in a Haviland car. It says 28, but it's a custom number. I can't. Maybe Todd Guess?
No.
I believe. Look at this 3 wide.
Well, I knew it was a matter of time.
Yeah, there we go.
And this is where it's about to get wild. This is where some heartbreaks are about to happen. As I don't know who that is.
I think that is Todd Guess. Actually, it is. It's Guess. Oh, there we go.
Big wreck behind the field.
The 89, 46, 81, a 90 involved, the 44 as well. Maybe the 7. He got a little piece of it. We stay green. Remember, no yellows here in this because this is a heat race, so we go straight to it.
It's not done yet. This 17 is all over the apron through the corners the last couple of times. Maybe get ready to wreck it here. Yeah, you can see the aggressiveness starting to pick up now. Guys are all pushing forward. Johnny's getting a little loose kind of back here in the back.
That was out of nowhere. He got loose.
Yeah, that is the tri-oval. That is actually kind of common through the tri-oval. The car gets
we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, you especially. So Rob Jenkins right now. Now, hopefully we have no cars on the track. As Rob Jenkins, he is now. I don't know if I would have done that, but he
Rob
blocks
is up in the high lane now.
I guess it works.
Yeah, I think the high lane would be preferred here right now, but you're going to have to really rely on that 31 to push you here, because if he don't.
And now the thing is, now the 17 could leave the 80 out to dry. So, a lot's about to happen here in these last 2 laps. Yeah, with 2 laps to go, but here comes Rob Jenkins back. He's getting the run. He's side by side, nose to nose with the 17. He's actually up next to the 80 now. He's got a good run on the 80.
If Rob gets out in front, watch him to dive down. He's not going to.
Oh, it's going to happen here.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. Now this is kind of where here comes that 56 again, and that Rob clears.
There they go.
Big wreck.
Charlie Woods involved. Steve Unich involved. More involved. Todd Guest was involved as well, but we stay green up front. White flag in the air. Rob Jenkins. Oh, there we go. The
17. May have been contact. Now who's going to get the run? They're 3 wide for second.
Oh, the 31 is 17.
17. Now the 31's getting into the 80.
I don't know.
Here comes the 56.
Where did he come from? Brad Spindle.
I thought he wrecked.
He did, I thought.
Well, now the 80's trying to find something. Rob Jenkins, he's going to take the bottom. The 80's taking the outside. Who's going to be the better pusher here? I think going into turn 3, it's the 80 out in front, but we got to get all the way back through turns 3 and 4, through the contact. And he almost wrecked.
Here comes your run out of turn 4. Rob Jenkins looks like he might have it up in front
Rob
of the 80.
Jenkins, what a great block. That's going to do it right
Big
there.
wreck.
Wrecking behind him.
Rob Jenkins wins heat race number 1. Will sit on the pole for tonight's Daytona race with Dwayne Hunt sitting P2 or P3, and then Michael Trevarthen will sit in P number 5. Derek, good luck in your race. We're going to be watching you.
Alrighty, thanks
a lot, buddy. Whew. Now, with that said, we're not done with our interviews yet. Next up, the heat race is starting to grid up. We're going to talk to one of the drivers running it, David Kamara. It's Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got a coffee?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, that was a wild race number 1, but I want to bring you on and talk a little bit about Clocks by Christopher. You've once again stepped up and given one away one of the coolest trophies I think I've seen for any sim racing league, actually.
Yeah, happy to do it. We've had a really good year in business, so happy to pass on a little trophy to the league. I guess I forget who won it last year. Who was the champion last year? You know?
Glasser.
Yeah, I guess he was pretty happy with it. So
let me ask you a question, man. Last year in the trucks, this season in the Cup cars. Do you like the switch going from the Cup or truck to the Cup?
I like Cup better.
There you go. That's all I need to know. Hey, what's your thoughts on tonight's race? We've seen a wild race number 1. What's your thoughts on this race?
Car is really jumping around. Car's loose. It's twitchy. Very hard to hold a line, and I can usually hold a pretty good line, and it's sketchy, as you saw in the first race. So it's gonna be a wreck fest, I'm afraid.
For sure on that one. Hey, man, go see if you can get it done. Thanks again, once again, for sponsoring. It's an awesome thing you did, and we're gonna be talking to you some more here about it soon.
Okay, thanks
a lot, buddy. All right, so here we go. Heat race number 2. What is up, Robert Dudley? Good to see you, sir. Cody Kennedy checking in on YouTube. Good to see you as well. Cody, a member of the Strictly Street Stock Series. Always a great competitor. Ready for tonight's race number 2 action. And I got a lot of good picks in this one that I want to pick, but I don't really know who to pick because there is the Truck Series champion. We got my co-broadcaster, usually Derek Pemberton, in here, part of TRN. We got Patrick in this one. Jesse Bedell, one of my favorite drivers. We got the former Grand National Series racer in here, Todd Craig. We talked to him earlier. We got Adam Matz. I mean, this is going to be a heck of a race here. Anxious to see how patient people will be. 15 laps here, no cautions, before we go to the main event here tonight at Daytona. All righty. Let's get set. That race 1 was wild, man. I'm going to be honest, I kind of expected it, but I didn't think it'd be like that. That was a fun one. Probably talk to one of the guys here in just a moment. I meant to cut that off. But the green flag is out. Here for race number 2 of Daytona Duels here on TRN, American Sim Racing League. Pretty solid start up front. The top few cars got to get away back to 7th of Brentley Glasser, and that's kind of where they run. We got a small little group right there behind us. Plus, the second group will catch up to this first group. They just have more cars. So that is being led by that 02 of David Kamara. Right now, the 12, Ross Canoe out front. This is to set the outside row for the Daytona race here tonight. Top 7 cars still broke away right now. Back to David Kamara. You can kind of see him right there being pushed by the 91 of Levi Poland. But up front. But outside, number 35, Jason Mullis in that solid red car that you see being pushed by the 26. That is Trip Ringler. He's going to be one of the favorites this season as well. Followed by that 33 of Mark Jenkins. Mark, of course, just seen Rob Jenkins win the previous race. And how about this? Adam Matz jumping up out of the line, going to that second lane. Look at 21 paint. That's Todd Craig. And there comes that second group. They have caught the back end of this main pack. Derek Pemberton also moving up to the high line as well. Last but not least, back there's Jesse Bunnell. He is currently just chilling. No need to do anything crazy yet, just keeping the draft. Jeff Hollingsworth is currently in last right now. He actually started from the pits. So he knows what could happen here. As we work out of turn number 2 this time. Somebody dropping back to the end. That would be John Pillion. Hope I said that right. Wasn't very happy with what he was seeing, so he drops back. Once again, watching the Daytona race. Can't wait until Thursday, Cody says. I agree. I'm actually looking forward to it myself. Ready to get back to finally some racing here. For people wanting to know the schedule for this season, it is, of course, once again, only 10 races in a regular season. After that, we have 4 playoff races. Auto Club will be the next race on January the 10th. And then we go to Rockingham. So there's your next few races. Let me go ahead and read out the month of January. We got Daytona, Auto Club, Rockingham, Watkins Glen, and Bristol. So it's getting a little wild here the next few races, especially when we head to the Rock, Watkins Glen, and Bristol. That's always going to be fun. We got actually one of my favorite tracks in Auto Club. I really like that track. That's going to be a good one. So looking forward to the next few races. As we still look out front, Adam Matt's still trying to get around Ross Canoe here. Derek Pemberton has jumped up that 3rd lane. Kind of surprised to see this right now, actually. Still a long ways to go here in this one. Derek may just be getting a little hot, so he may have went up there, and he ducks back behind the 53 of Thomas McBride, Taco Bell machine. Derek, one thing I can say about Derek is he is a fantastic plate racer. He might not be the greatest at everything else. He's pretty solid, but he knows plate racing when he needs to. Kind of reminds you of a, I don't want to say Dale Jr. because that's like an unfair comparison. Kind of like a Danny Hamlin. Off turn 4, Ross Canoe, Adam Matt still front, Todd Craig still sitting 3rd, Jason Mullis still 4th, and last year's season champion in the truck, Brendan Blanchard still sits P5. 9 laps to go here from Daytona race 1 of the heat race, and who is that? That is the 32 of Darren Clement working the 3rd lane, and here comes the 82 of Derek Pemberton wanting to work 3 lanes. 3 wide racing a little bit further back here, as you see. How about another 3rd car forming up on that 3rd lane? That is the 35. We're getting wild here at Daytona. 3 lanes have formed. As they work out of the corner, you can see the 3 wide right there with the 02, the 33, 35, 51, 53, and 32 still 3 wide. That 3rd lane just really does not look like it wants to really go. And you can see even the 35 drop back. Oh, he's in a wall. That was the 35. Remember, he started up front. Jason Mullis, he actually started on the outside pole position for this race. Still out in front. Adam Matt is still working it outside lane. Big wreck happens at Daytona. Cars involved everywhere. There's the 63, 53 going around. We're going to have to back this up and get a replay because Patrick and Derek had a great move to make it through this. And watch this. On board with Derek Pemberton. No idea how he makes it through that. Patrick as well. Watch this. On board with Patrick in the 93. Wow. So, we'll see how this shapes up. Derek trying his best to get the back into this draft and put himself in position to have a chance. But right now, the top 5 have kind of broken away. With Ross Cadoo, Todd Craig, Brentley Glasser, Adam Matz, Trent River. How about that? So guys that was in the playoffs last season, running inside the top 5. It's the reason why they was in the playoffs. They know how to get it done. Looks like this, a little bit of a blink there from Derek Pemberton, but he's okay. Check back a little bit here on Patrick. He is back here just running by himself. David Kamara, you see the damage involved with his in that 0-2. Very nice looking paint on crossbar Christopher car. Jesse Reynolds made it through that wreck, it appears. Levi Poland did not. So we stay green. As you see the 35 smoking, that is Jason Mullis down the backstretch. And now we got a 6-car fight up front. Did any of these guys learn anything from that first race? To me, the outside lane, if you can get the push, you've got to be out front of that outside lane. Derek actually taking a peek to the inside. There's Adam Matz taking a peek. Adam Matz going to get a big run here. He may take the lead. That was such a huge run when he took it. And Matz now and Todd Craig. Matz not quite clear. Once again, this is heat race number 1. The main event still to come with a lot of cars involved. It's been way too long, by the way. I feel like honestly I've never broadcast before. That's how far I'm off right now. Todd Craig looking to pick up a win number 1 here in heat race number 2. Can he do it? Would it be an upset if Derek Pemberton comes in here and grabs the win? Even if he manages a 3rd place finish, I think that's a fantastic run by that 82. Points on the lines. Always to have consistent finishes. Somebody jumped up out of line. It looked like the 24. He did. Pemberton going to go with the 21 of Craig. The 26 drops down as well. That is Trent Ringler. Side by side through 3 and 4. Coming to 2 laps to go. The 24 Brentley Glasser. We'd love to see victory lane here once again. He's going to lead that lap. That outside lane. More cars equals more speed, it looks like. What's going to happen here? The 24 drops down. Almost contact between the 26 and 82. The 9 getting a big push. Pemberton dropping down below the yellow. He's back up on track now. There's the big run. Go to the outside. There you go. I think the outside lane is where you really probably want to be. And nobody else goes. So we stay single file. Watch for the 26 to make a move here. Or that 12. One of them two is going to have to jump out. There's the 26 going. I mean, this right here's a difference between starting 2nd and 12th between these 6 drivers. Don't be surprised if we see something happening here out of 4. Do you want to start 2nd or 12th here in the Daytona race coming up right after this? Right now, Adam Matz is saying, I'm going to start on the front row. But that 26 of Trent Ringler says, I got other thoughts. Oh, a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a swirl between the 26 and 24. Still getting pushed. Watch the 12 to move up. There he goes. Here we go. Going to come down to the start-finish line. Adam Matz wins heat race 2. Finish there by them fellas. Ross Canoe grabs second. Trent Ringler, Todd Craig, Brentley Glasser, and Derek Pemberton with the 6th place finish. Good job for Heat Race 2. Patrick going to finish 7th. David Kamar going to come off with a 8th place finish in a beat up race car, but still fairly good job there for him. There's Adam Matz on 3 laps led, started 3rd, but picks up the win. All right, the flashlights, or the flash bulbs ready to really go crazy here in a minute because we are about to set up the main race. And I need to fix something for you guys because I don't want to butcher everything because I forgot to cut my spotter off. So there we go. All right, 60 laps of racing action here. And that is not how they're going to line up, I do not think. So we're just going to kind of ignore that because I forgot we did heat race qualifying. As you see, the cars gridding up here. And it's the 44. Brandon Madani. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize, Brandon. And it's Brendan. I said Brandon. I apologize. Going to be starting on the front row. I think we inverted the field. We did. So Rob Jenkins is starting. I did not realize that. Well, this is going to be interesting. The field was actually inverted. So that's a little bit different. I like it. Anyway, here's a look at how we're gridding up, or how we're lining up. You see the cars sitting here on pit road. 60 laps about to take place. Alright, so apparently things are getting ready to get fixed, and I want to bring Derek Pemberton in because he has a better idea. So what is going on?
Am I already unmuted?
Yes.
So, depending on if we can get pit road open whenever the green is thrown, we are going to go down pit road and we're going to fix things from there.
I see.
So,
that's all I need to know.
Yep.
Hey, good run, bud.
Yep, not
wild.
good enough.
That was wild.
Yep. Yeah. Don't know
Good
how
job
I avoided
missing
that wreck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't get it, but yeah, nope, not good enough. I mean, we were 5 spots short, so we got to get it done. So that's the plan.
Listen, Kyle Bush, you need to calm down. Hey, have fun out, man.
All right, thank you, man.
So there you go. That's what's going to happen. So we're kind of cutting a few laps off of this race. A normal 60, not going to be scheduled. They are going to bring the cars back down pit road to fix the field and how they run. So a little bit different here compared to normal. Hopefully nobody goes. That would be kind of crazy. So the pace truck is going to go. These cars are going to come down pit road, and then you're going to see the cars be set by qualified order on how they're supposed to line up. So that's where the plan is. That's why you see everybody kind of laying off a little bit here. A lot of cars are probably going to get single file, I would expect. And it looks like we are going to go around right here one more time to at least take the green flag. We're not going to come down pit road yet. But you see back there. So I need to fix something on my end as well, guys, because apparently we're not seeing every car we should. So let me do that real quick. Like I said, it's been a while since we broadcasted. It's been a while since these guys raced, so. I think we're good. Let's see. Just a second, guys. We are just trying to make sure we got all the cars that you guys can see. In the session. I don't know, but either way, we'll figure it out. Once again, just bear with me while we make sure everything's good. There we go, we're good now. Sorry, I had to redo some stuff the other night and I forgot to fix my settings back. Alright, so we're going to have these cars come back down pit road. And we will see these cars be fixed. So it ain't no big deal, actually. I think we're waiting till the green flag to bring the car. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wait till the green flag to bring the cars down pit road. And then we will fix it and go back green. So instead of, 60 laps, it's going to be about a 53 lap race. Could definitely change strategy a little bit. Honestly, if I'm some of these guys, I'm saving gas because you never know. Just saying. I mean, if you could do it, why not? A little wild here, but a little wild. But that's okay. I want to tell you about some of the sponsors here, though, however. Or some of the companies that this league loves to represent. Not necessarily a sponsor, but one that they support. Is Infinite Hero. If you go over to infinitehero.org, learn more about it. Basically, what they are is the mission of an Infinite Hero. You can read this right from their website. Is to combat the most difficult frontline issues, mental and physical, facing military heroes and their families. Trust me when I say they are a great organization. They have done so much stuff for military and their family. And one of the cool things, about them is to help or get the rehab that them guys and girls needed. Also, right now, over on their page, you contribute. You can get you a lanyard, a mask, and I think like a carry bag, I believe, like a sunglasses bag from Infinite Hero. You've probably seen Infinite Hero before on like real life racing, like NHRA. They do some things over there. It's a really great organization. Make sure you check them out, infinitehero.org, once you get the chance. So here comes the cars down pit road. I'm actually surprised by this. I thought they would actually wait until next time by. So this is going to be kind of fast here, I would expect. And they're going to read off the names, I would guess. I don't know if cars will be allowed to hit pit road or hit their pit box. It looks like they can, so I'm going to guess that you're going to see everybody fill up, because why not? Or they may just go ahead and get it set and then, clear the black flags and all that stuff. So you'll start seeing some cars take off already here, like Michael Trevarthen, Rob Jenkins will be rolling off, and there he goes already. So that will be your pole sitter here in this one. Once again, a little bit of a delay here because some issues. So there's reading numbers off to make sure everybody's in the correct order where they should be. So Rob will just roll here, and he'll catch up to the pace car eventually. And we'll get this one underway. Just a miscommunication was done inside of iRacing. The beauty of live broadcasting, though, is you get to see all this stuff. Let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to win this championship this season? I don't normally give picks. Well, we do, but I don't know. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to go ahead and say Trent Ringler will get it done this season. I think he had a devastating finish last season where a lot of people thought that he would have to, that a lot of people thought he would be the champion. Turns out he was not. And that's part of it. So these guys are catching a pace truck, and it looks like everybody is back out rolling. Just Vanell went one lap down. I think they're going to go ahead and get a wave around, most likely. I would guess anyway. That would clear that. We'll have to wait and see what they do with that. But I'm going to guess that they'll give him a wave around and make sure he gets that lap back. Something happened there. Anyway, the pace lights are off. We may even come back down pit road this time, or may throw back out the yellow. And we will have to wait and see. And there goes the 96. Yes, he will get the wave around and then catch up to the rest of the field. No big deal. Take a look here at some of these paints, though, because, Jenkins Construction on the front of the Rob Jenkins car. There's Adam Batts. Dwayne Hunt. Oh, Dwayne's actually got some damage already. Interesting on that. I'm not sure what happened there, but Michael Trevarkin looks like he's got. There's where the damage came from Dwayne Hunt. Interested on that because he has a spotter, and the spotter did not see what was going on. May have caused an issue. Joshua Reeves is Derek Pemberton. I love that car underneath the lights. The 15 is Josh Connors. Patrick, always check out Patrick's paint scheme. He got a die cast made of this thing, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. That is a great looking paint. Johnny, of course, back out there, Monster Hoonigan. That's a good looking paint too. I like that. The O2 out there, David Kamara, Todd Guest, Levi Poland, Hunter Waters, Charlie Woods, Daryl Clement, Jeff Unich. I like that too. It looks good. Jeff Hollingsworth, Steve Unich. It's a good looking paint too. Mark Jenkins, Jenkins Construction, of course. Ray Polkin, Thomas McBride. 81 Callium, I believe is how you say his name. Jason Mullis. There's Kyle in the 90, the Jurassic Park paint. 44, Todd Podge. Brendan. Jesse Bunnell and Trent Ringlow. All right, so we are about to double back up and go racing here once again. Pace lights are on, so you can see them behind the truck. Now, once again, I'm not sure how this is actually going to work. We may be going single file restart for this one. Once again, they're having a little bit of an issue here to get the field lined up. So that's why we're kind of on a delay, just to remind everybody how we got here. Want to give a shout out to one of my friends over at Beehive Media, Robbie Buckner. He's been grinding it out. Good to see him get into business as we are about ready to wreck. As the green flag is out, yeah, this is nothing but a mess. Oh my goodness. We got cars wrecking behind. We got cars still spinning. This just took a bad turn. We stayed green. No yellow comes out. Look at this mess. There's the yellow. What happened? That is the 24. Did he run into the back of somebody? Or, well, there you go. They check up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the 80 went and stopped. Well, that's interesting. So this is a weird way to start the season. Yep. I don't even know what to say. That's a wild one. Somebody went and stopped, and it messed up the entire field. I'm getting. Let's check some of these cars out that might have damage. Let's check on our friend Derek Pemberton. Here at the grass. Does got a slight bit of damage. probably coming to get that a little bit fixed. It's definitely not horrible for him, but there is slight there. Really, Joshua's got some damage. Look at that. A little bit there. My goodness. A lot of cars got damage, actually. And Rob Jenkins coming down pit road. And I don't quite know why. And he stopped in his pit box. And he's rolling again, but see there, Pemberton coming in as well. Put tires and gas and get that little bit of damage fixed, but man, that was, I don't even know what to say. That's wild, man. That's the first time we've seen that. That was the most hideous restart I think I've seen in a long time. Hello, guys. You guys are better than that.
Third down and 1.
All right, so we are doubling back up, getting ready to go back green. Sorry about that, guys. I checked the score of the game and something else played. Anyway, ready to go back green here now. Finally, after everything does get worked out. Once again, I don't know what's going to happen with all the damage that just took place. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, getting ready to go green flag here in just a moment from Daytona. Still some cars out there with some heavy damage. I don't know what this is going to do. This is not the way a lot of cars want to start their season off. That's just being facts and being honest. Got to try to make the best of it, though. As the pace car is going to drop, pace truck is going to drop down. We're only going to have 51 laps to go. So this race is really about to go by pretty quick here. Alrighty, here we go. Now let's officially get this season underway. After a mishap from the start and then a weird wreck that happened, we'll find out. Pace truck is in. We are waiting. Green flag out in the air. Adam Matz alongside Dwayne Hunt, who's got a little bit of damage on the back end. Remember that. And he's got a little bit on the front end, I think he ran into Travarka. Yeah, he does. I think he ran into back at Travarka a while ago. This is already getting pretty wild. The inside line working better right now. Todd Craig pushing that 19, but really just stalling. That outside line really not going anywhere at the moment. You see Dwayne Hunt. Let's hop on board one of our cars here. On board with Todd Craig. 199 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour. 201, 202. As he rides that high line, and he continues to fall back a little bit. I wonder if that damage might be hurting him some. I don't know if he really had any though. Single file right now. Everybody pretty much on the bottom. We only got about 5 cars. Got to change really quick. Up front, Johnny looking to go to the lead with the help from the 7 of Hunter Waters. Newcomer here in the ASL series. Maps not gonna, yes, he did lead that lap. So Hunter Water is also being pushed by the 33 of Darren Clement. And Darren may have a good shot this season. Have to wait and see how all this falls for him. How about Jeff Hollingsworth? Great plate racer, by the way. He's really smart when it comes to these plate races as well. Currently running in his P6 position. See these cars back a little bit further, just kind of riding around right now. I think for the most part, nobody really wants to push super hard in the back right now. Uh-oh. Oh, I see Matt's come up off the bottom. I thought that was about to get ugly. That is Josh Connors, by the way, the 15 that you see, pushing that 9 car. Doing a fantastic job. And then you got the 40 of Charlie Woods up there as well. He's doing a good job here so far tonight. Going to be interested to see what the field strategy is going to be for a lot of these guys now. We're not 100% sure on what a lot of it is. After that wreck, I mean, some of the guys that came down. Oh, there's some contact. That was through the 5 of Todd Guest coming down and getting the side. There's definitely going to be damage on Guest and a little bit there. And Charlie Woods got a little bit. Not horrible. Definitely not what you want to see if you're the 40 this early in the run. I don't know what happened to the 5 or the 28 this early in. That's looked like he just got loose. That was kind of strange. Outside line right now has more cars. Kind of a breakaway here between the top, we'll say 7 cars, and then back to Guess. He's currently running in 8th. Followed by Charlie Woods and then Todd Craig being pushed right now by the 53 of Thomas McBride. With Dwayne Hunt, he was up there at one point. He's falling back now to the 18th position. I'm not sure if his car's super quick or not. He's got a little bit of damage. You can see Pemberton, yeah, he's got damage to the front and back end. Pemberton's going to go to the outside here, or look to the outside. Not sure. Oh, Hunt, but we'll have to wait and keep an eye on that. Maybe causing Dwayne Hunt some issues. Johnny once again being pushed back to the outside. Now beside the 9 of Adam Matz. Johnny actually had the last lap. Not so much this time. Matz 15. I was here trying to figure out the pit strategy for these guys. I don't know. I feel like we're going to have possibly 2 different types of strategy here. With that wreck, a lot of guys keep going to filled it up. I mean, it's only going to be about 5 different laps, I would guess. 5 laps or so difference, but unless we get a yellow. If we get a yellow, everybody come down, I believe. Who knows how this is going to shake out. Now, I'm trying to find something to remember how many cars make the championship playoffs this year. Give me just a moment, and I will try to figure that out for you guys. thinking it was 14 or 16. I may not be able to find out. Oh, Todd Craig gets pushed down to the bottom. Going to be okay for now, but he does fall back a little bit. But he will be okay. Let's check that and see where he ended up at. Todd Craig is all the way back to... Actually, it's showing he goes all the way back to 31st. Yeah, something's wrong with Todd Craig here. He got... I don't know. Actually, what happened here? He goes way down. His car blew up? He's really slow. Oh, he blew up. Wow. He had a little bit of damage, and listen to this. Boom. Let go. Wow, that is I cannot believe that. The Pets in Paradise number 21 car. You see the damage on the front end? Smashed in a little bit. If he's not... He can't be the only one that's overheating like that, because there was other cars that was involved in that wreck earlier. The front end kind of got smashed in a little bit. Let me check the Wayne Hunt. I think he was another one that kind of had an issue with the front end. Yeah, you see his car smashed in a little bit. He's got to be worried about overheating. Well, the group's back together, boys. Now we're racing at Daytona. Oh, there's a big swirl right there between 44. Things are about to get a little rough. I do not think there's fast repairs in here either. Just FYI. I think there was last season, but I can't remember if there was this season. Watching out front right now, we're seeing a couple of these cars moving around quite a bit. Oh yeah, it's about to get ugly right here. Lap 21 begins. Things are starting to shape up just a little bit here. Maybe a little bit too early. We're starting to see some guys move around. I think we're starting to see some of these guys fall off the back end of this field a little bit. You're starting to see them move around. Maybe anticipating on what could happen with this many cars. If a wreck happens, it's going to be a doozy. That is for sure. We started tonight's race with 33 drivers. 2 of them are out of the race at the moment. We're on lap 21, coming to 22. I'm going to say 35 maybe pit stops. I don't know if that's right there. Pretty much been the same few cars out front. Joshua Connors now, or Josh Connors, not Joshua, has the lead at the moment. He did lead that last lap as well. Now it's time, guys, for us to crank it up because we ain't done it in a while. Drive the glory. Patrick had a big moment there. He actually had to go down to the apron. Not sure what exactly happened, but we stay green here as you see both lanes being worked by Josh Connors. Now back to double file. And Johnny, man, got that lap led. He did. Well, at 7. Oh, man, that was close. We can get an instant replay of this. Watch this. Watch the 7 up front. It's really loose. Right there. It's hard to see from that angle, but got really loose as we dragged the race down the backstretch into turn 3. Still double filing. Right there you see the 7 pulling out of line, make it a little bit too hot. And that 7 Chevrolet. Haven't really looked at that car, I'll be completely honest. I don't think we took a peek at it. We may have. Hunter's field pickles. There you go. Hunter's got some pickles. Fried pickles. I said field pickles. That sounded really bad. I'm sorry. Hunter would like to get the field pickle machine number 7 in victory lane. He's doing a good job right now, running P4 at the moment. He's going to have a chance. How about that 91 as well? Levi Poland, that Toyota. Look at it, it's the highest running Toyota. He is the highest running Toyota. Inside the top 10 right now, most of them is all Chevys. 2 Fords and 1 Toyota inside the top 10. Good racing right now. This is what we pretty much expect from these guys week in and week out. I know we had that little mishap at the beginning. This is the part where we kind of expect it to happen quite a bit. Still leading the way. Top off border on Daytona. Let's hop right in the middle of this. What do you say? On board for Thomas McBride. 53 running right behind Todd Craig. That outside line. Full throttle. Try a little 200 miles an hour. 1 mile per hour. Yes, he is being pushed right now by Charlie Wood, the 40. I take that back. He's not being pushed by Wood. He's being pushed by Rob Jenkins in the 10 car. Uh-oh. A little bit of a hiccup up front. Johnny able to take the lead. There's your ride around Daytona, what it looks like. On board the 53 Taco Bell car. Hunter Waters able to lead that lap in that 7 car. 91 Levi Poland pushing that 7. Have you seen the newcomer actually? Can tell you right now, looking back through the field, pretty good here right now. Everybody's still pretty much running nose to tail for the most part in this entire field. Oh, there's a big move right there. Josh Connors going to the outside. Side draft a little bit to lead that lap. Pit stops probably starting to come across the mind of some of these drivers. we start seeing some guys get down, that will kind of let us know. Oh, the 91. Getting really loose. Levi Poland goes up the racetrack. This is getting ugly. Oh no. We got the 53 pulling off. He's going to pit lane. Now, he didn't go very many laps. 29 to be. Oh, big wreck! Multiple cars involved, including Adam Matz. Caution flag comes out. Adam Matz not at Daytona, coming to an end. And Derek Pemberton got lucky because if you lagged, you just went right through him. I think it was more neck code than anything. Oh, right there, the 10 and the 9 get together. Pemberton getting a little bit lucky on that one. Neck goes through, but here's a replay. And then Max has some help. Here's another look. That's a 97 Hollingsworth. I'm not sure if he had help. Oh, he just got the apron. He got that double yellow line that came up a little bit on Jenkins. Yeah, that's what it was. Unfortunately, Rob Jenkins involved as well. Don't think anybody else really got involved. But what a devastating hit for the 10 and the 9. What's the chance for that? The 9 and 10 taking each other out. All right. We are ready to get pit road busy. This is going to be good. I guess everybody's going to come down pit lane. Everybody with the exception of that one car, the 53 of McBride came down. I think he went ahead and did his stop. And if that's the case, Thomas McBride caught a lucky break and he's going to be up front. There comes the cars, and it looks like McBride will stay out. So congratulations to him. That's pretty awesome. Here comes cars into the pits, including the 44. Keep in mind, he's not your pole sitter. Everything was kind of changed a little bit, but it is the 7 that wins the race off pit road of Hunter Waters and Josh Connors. Johnny comes out in 5th. Levi Poland, Jeff Hollingsworth, Mark Jenkins, Derek Pemberton. Derek had a really great stop. Actually, Derek Pemberton, the second best stop. No, I take that back. The third best stop. Jason Mullis had a 12.0 flat. So that's a great pit stop by him. Hunter Waters had a good stop as well. Connor came down earlier and had a great stop right before that caution came out. Or Callum, sorry. Callum got 32nd at 81. Kudos to him for making that call to come down when he did, the Canadian. We'll be starting P2 here at Daytona. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if this could come down to a field knowledge race. Because, remember, we had a lot of green flag runs there. Or a lot of cautions at the beginning. This is going to be very interesting to see how this works out. out how this goes. Pace lights are off already. We are set to go back green flag racing here once again. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Alrighty. Here we go. Pace truck ready to take the left down pit lane. 25 laps to go here at Daytona. First race of the season. And it is going to be Thomas McBride, Callum up on the front row. Green flag back out in the air. Big push there by the 15 of Josh Connors. The 81 did not really get going too great. Same as Derek Pemberton. I don't think he got a great restart there as well. But we stay side by side. Thomas McBride is able to clear that 81 by himself. Does he work both lanes? No. Here comes the run from the outside. Live from high above the blimp. Boy, look at that outside lane getting a big run right there down the backstretch. Not super surprised by that, using that high line momentum. Inside lane looks a little bit more tucked up, but here comes the run from that 81 of Callum trying to take the lead away. He is going to be able to lead this lap, it looks like. Yes, Callum in the 81 leads his first lap this season. Somebody going to try to cash their way into the playoffs early this season. What if the 91 is going to drop down right here? Oh, the 81 getting left out. The 82, yes. He's going to leave the 81 out as well. Oh, a little bit of a scare there for Callum, it looks like. But oh, Hollingsworth on the bottom gets loose. And who is that back there that I see? Is that a car? That is Ross Cadu working his way back up through the field in that number 12. He's going to have a good season this year, I believe. McBride's still leading the way. Here in this one. By the way, I want to mention Adam Matz and Rob Jenkins are still on pit road. Matz just coming back down. Rob Jenkins has been there since the incident has happened. Look at this. Pemberton on the outside. Don't know if that's a smart move. Still 22 laps to go, but he has nowhere to get in line at. He's basically going to have to ride there until something opens up. And he squeezes down in front of the 35. Tough break there, but still top 10. McBride's still leading that lap. Levi Poland on the outside, still running P2. Martin Jenkins up to P5. Good to see that. You see him right there on that outside lane being pushed by Michael Trevarthen. That outside lane just ain't where they want to go, though. It seems like it gets up there and it stalls out. I don't know. There's a guy starting to work his way up that I just seen. That's Jesse Bennell. There he is. There he is. Jesse, one of my favorites, I think, to go out and have a chance for his championship this season. Patrick's back here in a pretty big. I've seen 3 wide a moment ago. Maybe not. Oh, that's tight racing right there. Oh, there they go. One in the wall, down through the grass, no yellow. Michael Trevarthen back up on track. This may bring it out. More cars involved. Yellow should come out. The 24 involved as well, Brentley Glasser. Glasser tries to... Oh! He tried to miss the sliding car. Now, what actually happened? No yellow in this. Here's a look. Oh, Trevarthen just hooked the... Or, I'm sorry. It was not Trevarthen that hooked him. That was Guest that actually hooked Trevarthen. Yeah, just right there. Just got him in the wrong side. Oh, man. Dwayne Hunt. Out of nowhere came flying down the track as well. He seen the wreck. Oh, he just slows down and then Ross Cadu really... That's tough for Ross. I can't put Ross in that. He just kept reacting time. Patrick does a good job making it through it, but now the yellow comes out for what may be something else. I don't see nothing else, but back this up just a little bit here to make sure. Oh, right here, Jeff Unich. Oh, there was something else that happened right here. This was after the fact of that wreck. This just happened following that. Jeff coming back up onto the track and then Ross Cadu being there. Right here, I think the 89 actually gets jammed between the track and the apron. He pulls forward. And that banking's so steep, it basically stops the car. Yeah, right there. You can't go with no tires on the ground. And there he goes, rolling backwards. So 17 laps to go. Pit road about to be a busy place here once again. Don't be surprised if we see some 2-tire stops, to be honest. Here we go. No, nobody coming down. All right, well, a couple cars a little bit further back coming down. Who is that? Jason Mullis coming down, as well as Brad Spindle. Everybody else going to stay out. Been an interesting race, though. Paid Alvin, good to see you, man. Hope everything's good. Robert Dudley. Oh, Robert's got a couple teammates. That's awesome. Nothing much, Pink. Lazy start to this race, though. I know that. For people that just tuned in, we had the duels prior to this race, right before this race. Of course, we was live on that, but the whole field inverted. They had trouble setting the field, and then when we did get set, it was about 10 laps of passing, and the whole field stacked up and caused a big wreck. But we've been having some green flag runs since. It's nothing new for these guys. It was just a mishap. But looking forward to next week when we head to Auto Club Speedway. It's always a fun race. I like racing there myself. I know. Fortunately, they're getting rid of it for short track. Even though I like short track racing, it's one of my favorites. But I'm a big fan of Auto Club. It's a little bit different type of track in my opinion. But be racing there at Auto Club next week. From there, we'll roll on to Rockingham, Milwaukee's win. Looking forward to kicking the season officially off next week. Of course, Daytona's pretty much a threat for anybody. Right now, though, I mean, Josh Connors, Levi Poland, Thomas McBride and Hunter Waters have kind of been the guys up front, to be completely honest. All right. Here we go. Green flag is out in the air. A little blink there a little bit further back. Good now. Josh Connors out front. Thomas McBride second. Hunter Waters now third. Levi Poland now P4. Good luck figuring that out. I don't think we're done with the big one. I'm going to be honest. We see what happened in both the heat. Well, we did see a big one in both heat races. We've yet to see the big one here. And I feel like it could happen anytime. $14 to go at the line. McBride, did he lead that lap? No, Connors did. We haven't really seen the outside get a huge run and be able to pass, though. That's the thing. Like, you can make up spots if you're on the outside, but you can't pass the leader. Kind of been kind of opposite of what the heat race was. We haven't been able to see that happen a lot tonight. That's one thing I've noticed with this race. There's a good run down the backstretch right there for the 53, but this is not going to be enough. You can see, you see the 50 or 91 all over the back bumper. May have a chance here. He stayed pretty much side by side even with him through the corner. He's going to have a big run. Can he clear the 15? Not quite. He's got to stay. I think if he can stay that close to the backstretch or through this corner, he'll have a good chance. Yeah, it's just not going to be able to. Just not compared to the heat race. Like we was seeing the runs would come from the outside a lot. Like, I mean, even if it's just one car dropping down in front of the leader, we're not seeing that now like we did earlier in the race, or in the heat races. Oh, Pemberton blinked and then all of a sudden appeared in front of somebody on the high side. That was a sketchy moment for whoever that was. Oh, there they go. They're getting three wide. Uh-oh, here we go. Get ready. This is where it's getting ready to happen. Oh, boy. Look at that mess. Good luck trying to drive through it if you know what could happen here. All it takes is somebody not knowing they're clear. There it is. Big one into turn 3. Yep. Nobody's making it through it. Everybody's officially dead. Seeing the 26. I'm sorry, the 24. That was the 26. I'm sorry, Trent Reeler. The 81, the 35, 56, 26, 12. Somebody was flipping through the air. That was the 32 of Darren Clement. Watch Derek Pemberton make it through it. He goes straight to the bottom. Great job there by the 82 and the 27 both. Fantastic job by both of them. Look at this. That's the run Pemberton had. I don't know how he... I'm going to be honest, I don't know how he missed that. Here's with Steve Unich. Dang. Big one happens at Daytona. Big one number 1 happens at Daytona. Goodness gracious. Woo! I need a breath. So, let me check the 24. God. Oh, he's actually pretty good. A little bit damage on the front. Never mind. Quite a bit on the back end. And Austin Dude's had a eventful night as well. Look at that. That car looks really good though. May have a chance of something here. 82 car. Not too bad considering what happened earlier in the race. 27, a little bit of damage on the back end. That's what I heard a little bit, but I think he'll be okay. Charlie Woods looking good in that 40 car. Jesse, a little bit of damage on the spoiler. The rest of it not too bad. This is going to be interesting, man. I don't know. Coming in, we're going to go green with about 8 laps to go, I think. Not really sure what I think about tonight's race. It's been an eventful one. That's one thing I can say. But, you know, not surprised by any means. Lights are off, so it will be 8 laps to go. Will we see a green light checker? That's another thing that's going to be interesting. If we do get a green light checker, will we guys have these guys to make it? The cautions are helping. You know, that's a good thing about the cautions for these guys. I think they're going to be good. I'm pretty sure. Who knows? Go. Get a fried pickle, number 7. Get up here and win this race. That's Hunter Waters. Thomas McBride, Josh Connors. Pace truck taking the left down pit lane. Green flag out in the air. Car's pitting a little bit further back in the field. Could not tell you who that was. It looks like it was Jenkins. No, I thought it was Rob. It may have been. Yes, that's who it was. Don't know if the wrecks are over. Remember the heat races. Going to get ugly here at some point. We know that. How about Johnny? Here he comes. We know what he can do. Last season in the trucks. Did a fantastic job. Josh Connors leads that lap. Coming out of turn 2. Outside lane not really moving at all right now. I know that's Mark Jenkins up on that high side, but needs some help. Somebody pulled up there. That was a 53. Right. This race honestly looks like it's coming down between these 7 cars. You never know what could happen, but it does look like one of these 7 cars could be the Daytona champion. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there between the 4 and the 33. We haven't seen that outside line really go too much. They did get single file behind them. Let me see if they close in here at all. Looking at lap times. Yeah, they're just not closing in enough, actually. Charlie Woods leading that second group. Not quite got the speed. There's some damaged cars in there. Oh, look at this. Really dropped down to 33, trying to bring the 7. You got to drop down. More lap cars coming up, and he did not drop down. He is still going to be clear. Not quite. He did not want to leave the 7. I get it. But we haven't seen many passes made on that outside lane. If you get that kind of run, I think you take it. Yeah, the 53 is going to drop to the bottom now. Was that Mark Jenkins' shot? We'll see if he gets another. Somebody just blow up? Yeah, somebody may have just blew up. The 4 car has blown up. Johnny dropping back in traffic. He pushed until he couldn't push anymore. Mark Jenkins will go to the lead. He's going to have to go to the bottom. Here comes the second group. 3 laps to go. That may be all the second group needs to make this a race. Big wreck in the back. Who's going around? Derek Pemberton goes around. No caution. He gets back rolling. He's at least going to be... Let's wait and see where that finish. But right now, the top 6 breaking away. That second group still trying to close up. With Charlie Wood, Steve Unich, and Kyle trying to all 3 close up. They're battling hard up front. 2 laps to go at Daytona. Jenkins goes to the outside. He does not want to lead. Oh, no. That was Josh Connors goes to the outside. He takes the lead. Had the fried pickle, number 7, Hunter Waters, take the lead here at Daytona. Off the backstretch. Drag racing. Looks like he's got a nose. May out front is close. No, he does not. Not yet. Coming to the white flag. Can Mark Jenkins win this race? Watch for him to make a move to go to the outside. There he goes to the outside to 33. Big block. Josh Connors may get caught in the middle. He does not. He drops back down to the inside from Jeff Hollingsworth. 3 wide. Oh, big save there. They're moving. Still side by side as we work through turns 1 and 2. This is now a 7, 8, 9 car battle. We're going to call it 9. Down the backstretch, does anybody have anything left of this 15? Watch Jeff Hollingsworth. Mark Jenkins still on the outside, trying to get everything he can. I don't think it'll be enough. Out of turn 4. Josh Connors, Jeff Hollingsworth goes to the outside. Who's it going to be? At the strop, it will be a 3 wide finish. Josh Connors wins, I think. Josh Connors, Mark Jenkins, Thomas McBride as the field crashes across the line. Woo-wee. There comes the rest of them. Watch this big wreck. Chaos breaks loose. I believe the 33 just got loose right there and came up into the 97. Hollingsworth not going to be very happy about that. Yeah, he's not going to be very happy, but either way, there is your race winner. He does not have much of a bumper at all, but he finishes P1 with 26 laps led. We're going to try to talk to him in just a moment here, if he's in the team speak. He is. What a win for Josh Connors. Picked up a big win. He was out front all night long. I mean, he was definitely one of the fastest cars. Definitely well deserved. There's some Z82 by him. Congratulating the 15. A lot of people congratulating him, but good win right there for Josh. That was a fun race. Got a carbon fiber look on it. I like that car. Not at all. Connor's burning it down here at Daytona, locking himself into the playoffs already. Now it's just about wins from here on out. See if we can talk to our winner and grab him. Hey, Josh, it's Adam for Trackside Racing. You got a coffee?
Read you loud and clear.
Man, first off, congratulations in a wild and crazy race. That was a fantastic job. You was out front most of the night. 26 laps led. You was inside the top 5 all night long for the most part. Talk us through the last couple laps. It was wild, back and forth.
Yeah, you called it. I mean, it's kind of a yo-yo effect for a while. I mean, outside line will get a good run. You kind of have to time with the guy behind you, see if you can get a bump just right to not let that high side get in front. It happened a couple times, unfortunately, but I was able to time it back the other way around on them. So,
yeah, that's got to feel nice, man. Now, congratulations once again on the win at Daytona. That's great and all. It locks you into the playoffs. What is next? I mean, you go to Auto Club, you're already locked into the playoffs. Now it's just go out there and win.
yeah, pretty much. Go for broke at this point. So that's always a good stress relief. Get that one win out of the way. And I really didn't think it would happen on a restrictor plate because I kind of have Jimmy Johnson luck with these places, but
yeah, it's one of those crapshoots, where anybody can really win. But, man, you did it. A heck of a car, by the way. I love that paint scheme. Any shout-outs or anything you want to give out tonight?
thank you. Well, Elwood Fire Equipment, that's the company I work for. They allow me to run their logo and everything, so represent them. And I also got Alternatives logo right in front of the rear wheels. Kind of supports the fight against domestic violence.
Awesome.
Other than that, also my wife's headband products on the back, Jelly Bands. Other than that, it's pretty well what I'm rocking right now. So,
Hey, dude, congratulations. You definitely won this one tonight. Good job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
a lot, buddy. There you go. There's your winner here tonight. Next up, we're going to talk to Mark Jenkins. He's got to be somewhat happy, I believe, with the second place finish. I don't know if you're ever actually happy with the second place finish, but we'll find out. Either way, Good run by Mark. Mark has had him up in the booth. You got a coffee?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, P2 tonight. Wild back and forth there. Especially coming down to the checker flag. At one point, it looked like you almost had it, but still a second place run. Are you more disappointed, or are you okay with second?
I'll take second. Yeah, I thought I had a good chance to win that one, but right there, then it got crazy like it typically does at Daytona, and threw it all on. I'll take a second for sure.
The Cup cars we transferred from the trucks last season. You did pretty well in the trucks last season. Do you like to transfer over to the Cup cars this year, and how do you feel about Auto Club?
I like Auto Club. I probably prefer the trucks over the A cars, but the A cars are a lot of fun, and should be a good season. Hopefully, be able to do enough this year to make the chase.
For sure on that one, man. I'm sure you will. Hey, good job tonight, man. Another top 5 finish, top 3 finish, should I say. Any shout-outs you want to give out again?
Yeah, I want to give a shout-out to my teammates at RPM, Rob, Mike. They had some bad luck tonight, but they're going to have a good year. And hoping we can have a good year as a team, and hopefully we can put on a good show for everyone watching.
Yeah, your team is stacked, man. Y'all are going to have a good season. Hey, good job tonight, bud.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. Next up, it's going to be Thomas McBride. He was one of them guys that was back and forth up front all night. Could have went either way. Thomas, it's Adam up in the booth for TRN. You got a coffee?
Yep.
Man, first off, talk about that pit strategy. You came down and they wrecked, and after you actually came down pit road, it kind of worked out in your favor, to be completely honest. That had to definitely catch you off guard. I mean, it definitely worked out good.
Yeah, we were coming down to pit stops, and I just took the chance, pitted early, because I saw that they were getting a little wild up front, and it paid off. Once I got down pit lane, they wrecked, and I was in first after the fact.
This race honestly could have went either way. It's Daytona. You definitely could have been the one sitting up on top of the charts tonight. But a third place finish, is there really anything you could have done different? I mean, it's Daytona. It's just everybody for themselves on the last lap.
Yeah, there's not much. When you're on the inside lane in the third car back, you're pretty much landlocked. You can't really make any moves, so you just have to go along for the ride and hope that a hole opens up for you.
Hey, dude, great job. I don't know if I've ever called you in a race, so it's fun watching you tonight. Good job tonight. Any shout-outs or anything you want to give out? You led a few laps tonight as well.
Just the guys who run the league and the sponsors. Other than that, I don't really have any actual sponsors for me.
Hey, dude, good job. Way to keep that car up front tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. There you go, guys. There's your top 3 interviews. I hope everybody enjoyed that broadcast. That was a fun, wild week 1. That's going to be locked up in the books. Here from TRN of Daytona. Once again, shout out to Clocks by Christopher, Infinite Hero. Of course, TampaSUVRentals.com. For Adam Chapman, Derek Pemberton, and the TRN crew, y'all have a great night. Take care. We'll see y'all Wednesday. God bless.